Sky Tree. It's the tallest structure here in this country, located here in Japan. Time now to take a look at our Geico Championship recap as we prepare for the finals between Yoshihiro Kaji and Mika Koivuniemi. We go back to the quarters when Kaji took on Big Wes Malat.
And really, Lon, this match was about the fact that Wes Malat had awful carry throughout the entire match. It was 10-pin after 10-pin, and then when he could apply a little pressure, he went big 4 and ended up losing by only 13.
Another tall order for Kaji in the semis as he took on Osku Palermo.
And Osku was in complete control of this match up until he left that in the 9th frame.
So Kaji into the finals. As for Mika Koivuniemi in the quarters, he took on Yoshihiro Sakuraba.
And even the shirt from Bedrock couldn't distract Mika Koivuniemi from his quest to make it into the finals of this tournament. Mika just put it to him, and this match really wasn't even close.
Mika into the semis now against Sean Rash.
This match was close. How close? It came down to a tie in the 10th frame and sudden death. Mika strikes on the 4th shot. Sean Rash leaves the stone 9. Mika moves on.
So the finals are set. We have Yoshihiro Kaji trying to become the first Japanese bowler to win this tournament since 1988. Mika Koivuniemi trying to win this event for the 2nd time. He won back in 2007. So our finalists shake hands and get ready to get this final match underway. Mika Koivuniemi will lead us off. The pressure on this man is amazing, trying to win the most important tournament in his country. First place worth almost $72,000 US, each guaranteed $38,500.
I promise you one man that's not nervous, that guy right there.
Mika Koivuniemi always looking calm on the approach. He won the Qatar Open already. Finished 2nd in the World Bowling Tour at the World Series of Bowling. Now opening up the finals with a strike.
He sticks on that shot. That ball was a frozen rope to the 1-3, and all 10 are down. Check this out right here. Gets into that foul line, sticks a little bit, looks down at the foul line, looks up to see his ball enter the pocket perfectly.
Now, how will Kaji handle the pressure of these finals? His first ball against Mika Koivuniemi. Wow, that is not how he wanted to start.
You want to talk about nerves. You said it at the start of this match. The weight of this man's country on his shoulders. We didn't see him do this in 2 matches. He never missed the head pin. But this is all nerves right here. Goes right of the head pin, leaving the 1-2-8-10 washout.
Kaji trying to do what he can, and he whiffs on all 4.
Well, the sweat glands are really starting to open up now. Kaji doesn't hit the head pin with 2 balls. Just a total whiff. This is all about nerves.
He is feeling the TV lights like nothing else. And now he'll try to compose himself and just say, nothing I can do about the 6 in the first frame. Just pick them up all here on the left lane. Kaji. Oh boy, that's just as bad.
You couldn't ask for a worse opening 2 frames given the circumstances. Kaji is just off to a horrific start, bowling against one of the world's greatest bowlers.
And Kaji has already taken on 2 of PBA's best and gone through Palermo and Malat. But here he is just hurting.
Got some serious oil leaking out of that engine.
Kaji whiffs again and will sit down and hope that Koivuniemi just bowls the rest of the game without sitting down. So after all that, Mika trying for the double in the championship match. And he does, taking full advantage of Kaji's problems.
Well, Lana, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the beatings are about to begin. Kaji's going up against one of the greatest players in the world. He just gave him back-to-back open frames. You know, it's kind of like throwing meat in a lion's cage.
Absolutely. Koivu sees his injured prey and now trying to open up with a three-bagger. Take the pressure off himself early, and that's what he does. And in doing so, he may be taking the pressure off Kaji. Now nobody expects him to win, so maybe he can bowl his own style, bowl more at ease.
What a perfect shot. And what a way to start after your opponent gives you a couple openings.
Bottom of the third, Yoshihiro Kaji. Yeah, that'll calm the nerves.
He better do a lot of that.
Down by 47 going to the fourth frame. Got that break when he needed to. But a long way to go to make up for his first two frames. A 6 and a 7 in the first two frames. A little high. Oh boy.
What's interesting is that the last match we saw Kaji compete in was against Osku Palerman. On this left lane, he could barely get his bowling ball to turn over, and now it's going a little too hard through the nose, and he's lucky he tripped the 7 out later, or it would have been another open frame.
Kaji does clean it up. Any incremental step forward is good for him right now. All right, so those two frames were better, he'll tell himself. Back now to Mika Koivu, who is perfect so far with his first three. Front four for Mika.
Another nice little break here with a wall shot on the right lane. But Mika's got such a good touch, and he's throwing it so well right now. It's almost like the pins know. When you're pinching it just a little bit at the bottom, they react a little differently. When you're freewheeling it, like Mika is, they all tend to fall.
And it sounds odd to say, but this is where mental toughness comes in too. When you have such a huge lead on your opponent, to be able to stay in your zone and still perform at your highest level. Mika trying for the 5-bagger, and he does come through.
I mean, you could see how much more relaxed Mika is. Hardly any perspiration. Right now, he's on autopilot. He's just allowing his body to do what he's trained it to do for so many years.
And it's stress and it's pressure that takes you out of that repetitive motion, and there's none on Mika right now.
Without question, absolutely right.
Fifth frame for Kaji, down 67. Yeah, that is not a typo, folks.
This man right now feels like an elephant sitting on his chest. Hard to breathe, so much on the line, so much pressure. He got off to a horrific start, and it's just not getting any better.
Top 20 finishes twice in 2012 in the JPBA and defeated some of the game's best to get into these finals, and now just all falling apart for Yoshihiro Kaji as he converts on that right lane. Now trying to rebound, show everyone what he's made of here in the back half of this game. Mika, again, trying to stay in his zone. Perfect through 5. He feels the eyes of the country on him, no matter what the score.
Look out.
Missed head pin again.
Bad shot. This is starting to become reminiscent of a couple of years ago when Mika Koivu took on Tom Doherty at the Tournament of Champions, except I think Kaji's got a few more marks than Tom Doherty had that day. But it's almost like a guy bringing a knife to a gunfight. I mean, this is a disaster for a professional bowler trying to win a tournament of this magnitude for the first time, and it's getting worse.
Kaji opens up again here in the 6th. You go back to that Doherty-Koivuniemi match, and Mika was able to keep his zone throughout. He bowled 299 against the 100.
Honestly, right now, Kaji doesn't have a good thought in his mind stepping up and just missing a 1-2-4. It's relatively easy spare for a professional. And everything that could go wrong for him is going wrong for him.
And I imagine he has to feel like he's let his fellow Japanese and Korean bowlers who were invited to this event, he's let them down, he's let his fans down. And, you know, it's hard not to feel that. Up by 82, Koivuniemi gets some help and continues his strike train.
Well, I can tell you how Kaji feels. The Japanese people are very compassionate people. I've been to Japan 45 times, and all of it with bowling. I still have friends there. There's things called honor and respect that they live by, and this man had the weight of his country on his shoulders. And unfortunately, he was not able to handle that type of pressure. Got off to a horrible start and has never been able to recover since.
Now, Randy, on the flip side of that, no matter what Kaji bowls, Mika's been perfect at this point. So Kaji might be in the same boat, even if he does mark everywhere he's left it open. And now the front 7 for Mika Koivuniemi. On his way maybe to another perfect game.
Well, even if Kaji is clean through 6 frames, give him 3 marks where he had the 3 open frames, it's tough to beat 300.
Absolutely. Kaji back up on the right lane, looking for anything, and he does pick up the strike in the 7th. Everybody's rooting for this guy right now, maybe even Mika.
No, Mika's not rooting for him. Mika right now is focused and concentrating on trying to shoot 300 so he can win more money.
There is a bonus of 1 million Japanese yen to anyone who does bowl a perfect game on TV here in this event. 8th frame for Kaji, down by 102. Can he double? Yes, he can. Now he's showing his chops. So that'll bring Mika Koivuniemi back to the lanes. Can he be the first to bowl 300 on TV twice? He's one of 22 men to bowl a perfect game on TV. Did it back in 2003. Bonus time for the Big Fin. Jason Couch bowled a not-so-slouchy 248, but Mika's 300 made a little history there. Now, still perfect going into the 8th. Mika does it again!
Well, I remember that day in Windsor Locks, Connecticut, when Mika Koivuniemi bowled his perfect game. It was freezing cold outside, but inside, Mika had that place on fire. And right now, he's perfect through 8 frames.
Kaji sits perhaps a witness to history here as his opponent Mika Koivuniemi looks to make it 9 in a row. It's on its way. Oh, 10-pin! Randy, the 10-pin should be the nail in every bowler's coffin.
Well, if you're a right-hander, you never like to see a 10-pin standing when you hit the pocket, but fortunately for Mika Koivuniemi, it doesn't cost him a title, just a perfect game. Mika Koivuniemi is going to win the Round 1 Japan Cup.
Mika cleans up in the 9th. He is part of the new PBA League. 8 teams, 8 celebrity owners, one exciting PBA concept, Randy.
Yeah, it really, really is. I can't wait to watch all these major championship winners like Bill O'Neill and Mike Fagan, watching guys with all the power like Osku Palermo.
You're looking at the franchise players of each of the 8 teams, and you're going to be able to see Round 1 right here on ESPN next Sunday at noon, the PBA League. All your favorite bowlers, some of your favorite entertainment and sports celebrities. It's going to be a lot of fun. Live next Sunday. Mika Koivuniemi cleaning it up, making it official. He is a repeat winner of the Round 1 Japan Cup, a final score 268 to 164 over Yoshihiro Kaji.
Well, Mika Koivuniemi was able to withstand a sudden death roll-off against Sean Rash, and then he just puts on a strike fest against Kaji. Starts with the front eight. Kaji had no chance.